Today on Discovering Magnolia, Texas, we're going to meet with Aaron, the owner of Ruby's Home for Good. Let's go check him out. Aaron, thank you so much for having us out here today. I'm so excited to learn about Ruby's Home for Good. Let's start a little bit. I want to know about the namesake.
Sure. Well, Ruby is a 14-year-old Mustang mare, and we started the organization back in 2017. And as we're doing it, we are kind of navigating what population we want to serve, what impact we want to have. And we really were interested in helping a horse in need, helping share that story about why horses are in need, and then be able to showcase when we care for them appropriately, when we offer them the things that are important for their well-being, how they can thrive. And so as we're sitting under a tree out in the open, kind of making those original plans, we became aware of a Mustang rescue network, and they had identified this little mare. They had pulled her from that situation, so she was safe and alive, but they didn't have anywhere for her to go. So we heard her story incidentally on Facebook, and she was in a boarding facility in Conroe where they tried to find something for her. So we went out and visited her and fell in love with her, even though we couldn't get near her. And so we decided that was just the right thing at the right time.
So talking about making a difference, you're doing more than just making a difference in the lives of the horses that are here. You're also making a difference in the lives of the veterans that you serve. So let's talk a little about your program.
When we decided we wanted to make a difference for people in our community, and we're kind of looking at how we wanted to do that, we all have family members who've served, right? I mean, most people do. And within our team starting out, we recognized, hey, this is the most deserving population, right? As much as anyone. And the more we went into trainings, really got involved in our veterans community and learned more about the impact of service, it just was the right thing to do for us to focus on that population. So we learned about not only the challenges of being in the military and the person who is serving and overseas or wherever they're at, but the impact that has on their family while they're gone. And even beyond that all of the challenges that come with reintegrating into civilian life, into your family, a family that's learned to function while you're away.
Yeah.
And you're coming home after, a really different lifestyle and way of living, into a family unit that's kind of learned to live in a different way and isn't used to the things that you've become accustomed to. So there's just so many challenges that our military families face that we felt like we could make a definite difference for them and be able to expand that not only to the service members, but to their children, but to their spouses and their overall support system that all were impacted by the sacrifice of service.
Yeah. I'm really interested. So what is your background? How did you even start getting involved with all this?
Yeah.
From a young age, I would assume that you were interested in animals or horses.
Absolutely. I was that kid at a young age bringing home stray dogs. My poor family. And my parents were supportive then, and they continue to be a primary support for me and for our organization. But I always drawn to animals, always felt a lot of comfort and peace with them, and was fortunate I started riding as a teenager and had the opportunity through our local barn to serve our special needs community through therapeutic riding. So we would take our school horses once a week and into a facility where then we served folks with intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, social challenges, and we got to share the horses with them. And that, to me, was life-changing because it touched something in me. Hey, I love this thing, and it's so good for me being with horses, and I've been well cared for and had everything I needed in life, and I'm still better for them. So to be able to then give that to somebody else who faced a lot more challenges than I did was a lasting impression. And at that point, I decided that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share horses with people, help horses in the process, and make a life of that.
Yeah. Now, you're not originally from here, right?
Correct.
Where are you from?
So we've been in Magnolia since 2013.
Okay.
Moved to Texas in 2012. But I'm a New Yorker. I'm a Western New York girl. So I grew up out in a small town in Western New York. My husband's Canadian. So we met, and after a couple of years together, ended up moving down here for one of his jobs.
Yeah, and so now you're in Magnolia, and your property here is just absolutely amazing. So you guys have about 5 acres.
That's right.
And how many horses do y'all have?
So we have 4 horses here now. It's about capacity for us. So as we expand our programs, we've got a lot of different things we want to do to benefit our community. We'll certainly be looking to expand into other spaces as well.
Sure.
We're pretty full here.
Yeah, and let's talk about the other services as well, because you do offer some summer programs, right?
Correct. Yeah, so we have a youth horsemanship program that started last summer where we did camp type experiences. Kids could get out in the country, learn about horses and have a different experience. We're growing that, and so just as we're growing our veterans program with some new classes and structures, we're expanding the youth program this year as well.
Yeah.
So our kids are learning empathy and compassion and self-awareness through our programs while they're growing their horse skills.
Now, let's talk about funding, because this is not an inexpensive venture.
No, it is not.
I'm sure you have some amazing sponsors and donors to your organization, so let's talk about them a little bit.
Absolutely, thank you. So, largely a grassroots organization. Our friends and family have been the backbone to making this possible. And like I said, caring for animals is not inexpensive, right?
Sure.
Helping people is not inexpensive, but we've had a really wonderful support system. As a nonprofit, we rely on financial support outside of our organization. So private donors, small businesses, local businesses, grants and foundations are vital to keeping our mission going.
Sure.
And to allowing us to grow and serve more people.
And so where could somebody go to help make a donation? On your website or?
Yes. Yep, we can go through our website. We have general, you can donate any amount. We also have it broken down to if you wanted to sponsor a veteran through our foundation course, or if you wanted to sponsor a youth participant. You can also sponsor the horse care, and the horses are our greatest expense in the day-to-day is keeping the horses well fed and well cared for, so you can sponsor that. And beyond that, we have a wish list. So we have a list of items you can contribute to help our organization keep serving. And you can do that either through local purchases or through our Amazon wish list.
You mentioned there are family and friends that have helped you, grow this organization over time, but there's directors, and how could somebody get involved if they wanted to?
So beyond financial support, there's lots of ways for people to get involved with our organization and make an impact. We absolutely could utilize volunteers. So whether you're interested in learning how we care for the horses and take care of them, we can always use volunteers with our youth program in particular to help support the kids while they're out here. And one of our big needs at the moment is within our board of directors. We would love to add some folks who are interested in offering their expertise, offering their time and talents to bring more support and growth to our organization.
Sure.
So in particular, anyone with a marketing, fundraising, development background, anyone that can help with promoting our services to our community would really be a win for us in helping expand what we're able to offer to the veterans and youth in our community.
Thanks for joining us today on Discovering Magnolia, Texas. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
This Community Small Business Spotlight is brought to you by Erica Steetenroth, your Magnolia Realtor, and was produced and edited by JJ Productions.